Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily Dvar, and here's a brand new Halacha for you, and it's for Thursday, the 27th day of March. Here we go. Today we're going to explain to you that but the interesting custom called gebrachts, and I better explain it to you. Again, like we said yesterday, matzah is always made up of just flour and water, and that's it, baked very carefully. And the main thing you always have to watch for is that when the water comes into contact with the flour, that it gets quickly baked right after that, so the flour and water don't have a chance to leaven together and become chametz. Now, that's where the gebrachts problem comes in. Some Jews follow the custom of being extra careful to never let their matzah touch water. So, for example, they won't crumble up their matzah and put it in their soup, or they won't make matzah balls and things like that out of matzah meal. The reason is because just in case there's a tad of extra flour sitting somewhere inside of a bubble in the matzah or something like that, that tad of flour could end up touching water, and it's not getting baked immediately afterwards. It's going to sit there on your plate or in the spoon or in the soup bowl, and as the flour and water sit there together, what's going to happen is they're going to become possibly chametz. Therefore, some people follow the custom of never allowing their water to touch any matzah to touch water. That means that they won't have matzah balls on Pesach, they won't crumble up their matzah into their soup, they won't make any cakes that have matzah meal in them, etc., etc., etc. It really changes a lot of how they eat over Pesach. Wherever your recipe would call for stuff like matzah meal, their recipe would call for eggs and potato starch, and I don't know so much about cooking, but the gist of it is they have trouble making regular matzah balls and stuff like that. So some people follow that custom. It's not a law, and when they follow that custom, they will pretty much eat only in their home. They won't eat regular stuff that has matzah meal and water in it. You don't have to follow that law. It pretty much goes according to family custom. Then there are also a large number of Jews who don't follow that gebrachts rule, and they freely make matzah meal, matzah balls and cakes, etc., etc. They put matzah in their soup, etc., etc. Those people are following the leniency, saying that once matzah has been baked, you don't have to fear that there's unbaked flour inside of the matzah, so they're safe making matzah balls, eating matzah balls, etc., etc. One group of Jews following one custom does not consider the food of the other group of Jews non-kosher. It's just that they choose not to eat that food just for extra stringency. Hope that makes it a little bit more clear for you. And if you have any questions on it, do speak to your rabbi about it. But that's the concept of gebrachts. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.